past week, there was a Million Hoodie march in Midtown Manhattan to honor the memory of Trayvon Martin and to protest against the racist crime, the racial crime that was portrayed against him by George Zimmerman and the police department of Florida. This was intended to be strictly about Trayvon Martin and the problem that we have in this country between whites and blacks, well, whites and people of color, really. And unfortunately, Occupy Wall Street decided that they were going to protest along with the Million Hoodie March. The reason I say unfortunately is because by many accounts, the Occupy Wall Street protesters wanted to take away from the central message of racial injustice and incorporate the Occupy movement's message, which really upset a lot of people. The occupiers then tried to change the direction of the march, saying that it should end in Zuccotti Park, when the folks that were organizing the Million Hoodie March already had their plans, they already had things that they needed to do, and, essentially what the occupiers were trying to do was derail the central message of the Million Hoodie March, which is to stop racial profiling, to stop racial crime, which basically stop all of this bullshit and let's start having a serious conversation about race. Stop profiling young black men as criminals. And I have to say this, like many people, I am extremely disappointed with Occupy Wall Street because they really could have stepped up and done an absolutely fantastic job supporting the Martin family, supporting the people that were behind the Martin family, and just demonstrating a level of humanity and compassion for these people, and just demonstrating that they're able to set aside their own agenda and look at the bigger picture. Now, yes, I understand that the Occupy movement originally was a good thing, and it has the potential to still be a good thing. This is just one gaffe that I'm looking at. But if the occupiers are serious about trying to make a change, stop trying to change the conversation. Okay? This crime against Trayvon Martin, a young black man who was doing absolutely nothing wrong, was a hate crime. End of story. There's no discussing, there's no debating it. What happened to Trayvon Martin was a hate crime. And I'm finding not only people within the Occupy movement, but I've encountered a lot of even liberal Caucasians that are essentially trying to say, well, no, it's just a crime of one bad person, one horrible human being. It's, let's not make it about race. I'm sorry. Trayvon Martin was killed because he was black. How is that not racist? George Zimmerman, on an unedited 911 audio clip, pretty much he comes right out and calls Trayvon Martin a fucking coon. How is that not racist? Seriously, how is that not racist? If you want to seriously change what's going on, we need to be honest and forgive my expression, is to call a spade a spade. What George Zimmerman did was based on racial prejudice. And of course I hear some of the Caucasians saying, well, he was a Hispanic. He wasn't a white person. Really? You've never heard of a white Hispanic like me. You do understand that Hispanics come in many different colors, shapes, and, makes. You do understand that you can have a white Hispanic, you can have a black Hispanic, you can have a Native American Hispanic. Hispanic is an ethnicity, it's not a race. George Zimmerman was clearly identifying himself as a white man. Yes, he may have a Hispanic heritage, but overall, his family is from Europe. If we really want to change what's so that way another Trayvon Martin case does not happen again, we need to severely punish the people responsible. Not just George Zimmerman, but also the police officers that failed to look into this case, that didn't even arrest Zimmerman, that didn't even, that just gave him a slap on the wrist and let him be on his way, that didn't even have the goddamn common courtesy to notify his dad that his son was dead, to notify that Trayvon Martin's father, to let him know that he was dead, that the DA did not prosecute this case or convene a grand jury to investigate it. There needs to be something done so that way police officers understand that if they ignore a hate crime because it's inconvenient for them, there should be a penalty. The fact of the matter is, no matter how you slice it, this is clearly a race-based crime. And if people like the occupiers don't understand that, then they are not going to change things in this country at all. If the occupiers are going to try and hijack the conversation regarding racial injustice and try to make it more about the Occupy movement, they're going to fail because they're going to not understand why people are angry with them. The black community, from what I've heard and what they're telling everybody, is hurt over this. They are angry over this. They are in pain over this. Let us do them a favor and just let them grieve and let them be angry. And when they're ready, we will talk about this and finally deal with the issue of race in this country. If not, we are screwed. Because we are, it's like this. If the Occupy movement cared about injustice, then prosecute it as an injustice. Stop trying to make it about we are the 99%. Stop trying to make this about putting in slogans for the 99% when we're trying to honor the memory of a young man who was murdered because of his skin color. Do the right goddamn thing. Rants of greater ranciness. This is Dumark the Artist signing off. /Jenny Vulture. Have a nice day.